Welcome to my channel. I am Aparna, and in this video I will discuss about the demo for Hacktoberfest. Okay, so this will be a hands-on session, okay, where I will tell you about how to contribute to Hacktoberfest. Okay, so for participating in Hacktoberfest, you can participate in either of the two ways, that is as a contributor or as a maintainer. Okay, so first I will discuss about how to participate as a contributor. Okay, so either you are participating as a contributor or as a maintainer or as both. You first have to register for Hacktoberfest. Okay, if you have not yet registered, you can go to the Hacktoberfest 2022 site. Okay, and on going to on going here, you can see registration now open. Okay, if you click on that, you will get a form which you have to fill, and after filling the form you get registered for Hacktoberfest. Okay, and after you have registered for the Hacktoberfest, you get the profile as like this. Okay, your profile will be shown like this after you have registered. Okay, so after you have registered for Hacktoberfest, you need to now you need to search for the projects that are participating in Hacktoberfest. Okay, then only you can contribute to that project, right? So to find out which projects are participating in Hacktoberfest, you have to go to Explore tab on GitHub. I have opened GitHub. Okay, and then go to Explore, and here either you can directly search here for the Hacktoberfest, or you can also search for topics. Okay, on the topics you can search for Hacktoberfest, or in the popular topics also it's showing. Okay, Hacktoberfest. So if you click on that, you will get so many projects. Okay, here you can see these are so many projects that are participating in Hacktoberfest. Okay, so you can select any one of these projects, and you can uh, create pull request. Okay, so to be eligible for swag, you have to complete at least 4 pull requests. Okay, as a contributor. Okay, so for example, I have selected this project, that is web development for beginners. If I open this, okay, here you can see it's readme.md file. This file contains the details about this project, that what this project is all about. Okay, this project is about the web development for beginners. Okay, so you can read this documentation. If you find any spelling mistake or grammatical mistake, you can create a pull request for that. Okay, like for example, I want to contribute to this, like intro to GitHub. Okay, so if I click on this, you can see 11 contributors have contributed to the introduction to GitHub. Okay, so you can also contribute to this one. So for contributing, for creating the pull request, the first step is, as I have discussed the steps in my video previous video that was regarding Hacktoberfest. Okay, so the first step to create a pull request is fork means creating a copy of the open source project on your GitHub account. Okay, so the first step is to fork. Okay, so here you can see the fork button. Okay, if you click on this, it will create a repository with the same name as that was earlier. Okay, in your GitHub account. Okay, if you click on create fork here, it will create a repository with the same name, that is web development for beginners. But now here you can see it has transferred to Aparna 2071, that is my GitHub username. Okay, so that means web development for beginners project or the repository has been copied to my GitHub username. Okay, so that is nothing but that is called fork. Okay, so that was all about the first step, that is fork. The second step is clone. Cloning means copying the code of open source project into our local machine. Local machine means your laptop or your PC. Okay. So to clone the project, what you need to do is you have to click on this code button. Okay. And here you can see HTTPS, SSH, and GitHub CLI. Okay. Out of that, you have to select the HTTPS, and here you get a URL. Okay. You just need to copy this URL. Okay, and go to your file explorer on your laptop or your PC. Okay, and create a new folder here where you want the code of that open source project to be stored. Okay, so create a new folder here. New folder. Okay, I have named it as Hacktober 2. Okay, you can name it anything. Then go to this folder. Here you need to open up the cmd, that is command prompt, or you can also open the git bash here. Okay, and then you have to run the command git clone and paste the url that you copied from here. From here you had copied the url, right? You have to paste that url here. Okay, git clone and then paste the url here. So that will clone the project into your local. Okay, so what is the difference between fork and clone? Fork means creating copy on your GitHub account, and clone means creating copy on your local. Okay, so it is cloning the code right now. So as you can see here, the cloning is done 100%. Okay, so the next step will be, two steps have been completed. Okay, fork and clone. The next step is create a new folder on your laptop or PC where you want to save this repos code and git clone. This we have done already. Okay, we have cloned. And then after cloning is done 100%, prepare the development environment. That means what you need to do here is you have to first read the readme.md file, this file. Okay, this file contains the details about this project, that what this project is all about. Okay, so here they will also list the softwares or the libraries that you require to install on your system for running this project. Okay, so you have to first read this readme.md file. Here I cannot find any software or any library that you need to install for running this project. Okay. Yeah. So nothing is mentioned here. Okay. So I would recommend you to first read the readme.md file. If anything needs to be installed, then install it. Okay. Otherwise, leave it. And read the code of conduct.md and contributing.md files also. Okay, so each open source project has some contributing.md and code of conduct.md files. Okay, so these files are nothing but these contain the guidelines which you need to follow as a contributor. Okay, so if you open this contributing.md file, here you can see the guidelines which you need to follow. Okay, like they have mentioned, when you submit a pull request, a CLA bot will automatically determine whether you need to provide a CLA. Okay, so these are nothing but these are some basic guidelines. Okay, in the contributing.md as well as in the code of conduct. Okay, so before contributing to any project, always make sure to read readme.md, contributing.md, and code of conduct files. Okay, so after you have gone through these files, you can now contribute. Okay, so the next step is go to the folder where the code of the repository is cloned and create a new branch before making changes to the repository on your local. That means what you need to do here is here you have to create a new branch. Okay, git checkout minus b and then branch name. For example, I have named the branch as Aparna 2071. So this is the command to create a new branch. Okay, creating a new branch is always preferred because if you will make the changes on the same branch, that is the existing branch itself, then it might affect the existing branch. Okay, then it might affect the existing code that is present on the uh, open source project. Okay, so if you enter this, you get an error like fatal, not a git repository. Why is this so? Because you can check here, you are not in the repository that you have cloned. Okay, you have cloned the web development for beginners, right? But you are not inside this repository, you are outside this folder. Okay, that's why this command is showing the error. Okay, so what you need to do here is you have to go into this folder, web development for beginners. This folder contains the code that has been cloned. Okay, so go here and then you need to do git bash here, or you have to open the cmd here. Okay, git bash here, and then you need to create the new branch here. Okay, git checkout minus b and then branch name, right? And now here you can see you have been switched to a new branch. Okay, earlier it was showing error because you were not in the uh, folder of that code that you have cloned. Okay, that's why it was showing error.